What can Rupert do? Whoa! Is that our orange bag?
Get off of the bag!
Yeah!
Let's go on the elevator. Let's go on the elevator. Are you driving that car?
Yeah, this is the truck that we're driving. Yeah? We got the family!
Okay, bye. Bye. Guys, get the car.
We woke up and got to swim at Auntie Kelly's house. And then we came to IKEA. And right now, Mom is paying for everything. And we are eating ice cream.
Yeah, and we have a regular and mustard.
What kind of ice cream are you guys eating?
Strawberry. Strawberry.
Is it delicious?
Daddy is strawberry vanilla swirl.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like it. Bye. Wait, and bye, handsome. Bye, handsome.
We just got to
A campground.
the campground.
And now we're a little ways away from our trailer. And I think I see our trailer. So, okay, bye. Bye, Super Cooper. Bye, handsome. Bye, hey, handsome Cooper.
So India and Ashlyn and Oliver are getting ready to see the trailer for the first time.
So excited!
And
and we flew on an airplane.
now we're gonna go see the trailer. Peace.
Bye. Peace. This is where the breakfast. Open.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Before you go in there.
Wow.
Cheers.
Aeropress holder.
That's so cool! Yeah! What are your...
So if you saw the first video, you saw that I went out to Oklahoma, I borrowed a friend's truck, drove up to Iowa, picked up the trailer, then went mountain biking in Bentonville, Arkansas, and then I ended up making my way back across the country to Phoenix, Arizona, which is where I picked up India, Ashlyn, and Oliver. And then we went up to Cottonwood, Arizona, which is where they finally got to see the trailer. And all of this trip happened buying a trailer without either of us having seen the trailer in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, now having seen the trailer, what are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. Although I feel like it's probably best if I start with the things I don't like first, because I have way more likes than I have dislikes.
Although, to be fair, some of her dislikes are to be expected.
Yeah, which I feel like is good, because if you expect that with any new trailer, or trailer in general, then you're just going to have a better mind for it anyway. So, the things that I don't like are probably, the number one thing is the lack of counter space. I knew that, though, going into it. Is looking at the pictures online, I thought, okay, we're going to have to buy a countertop extender thing, and we already have one, and it's great. We use it a lot, it's super helpful. And I love that there's the little inserts in the sink so that you can kind of use it as a drainer for like doing like small loads of dishes, or you can use it for counter space to just kind of work and stuff. Because knowing me, I'm going to be baking, I'm going to be like working and cooking and actually like taking advantage of the kitchen. So it's important to have some semblance of counter space so I don't have to get here where the kids are at the dinette.
Kids, husband.
Another thing that I didn't like was the struggle with the gray water sensor. And funny story, the gray water sensor says that it's 3/4 of the way full and then blinks and flashes the full little blink sign. And so I kept checking it just to make sure. Jay was gone and I was here, the kids were asleep, and I'm doing dishes and I'm rocking out, I'm listening to some music, and all of a sudden I thought, oh, I need to go throw something away. So I walk out of the other room to go throw something away in the garage space, and I walk through the bathroom. And I noticed something that smelled funny, and I looked down. Thank goodness I looked down. And seriously, that far, it was like millimeters away from overflowing. The gray water tank had overflowed into the shower, and anything, we had set a couple of things in the shower, just like swimsuits and stuff. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. I called Jay in a panic, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I fix this? And so I was able to get some excess drained, and we figured it all out, and it was okay. But be careful with the gray water sensor for sure, because that isn't always to be trusted. So the last thing that I struggle with, which, I mean, you're right, it's random fixes, it's bound to happen when you get a new trailer, and a lot of it had to do with caulking. We noticed that the sink needed some extra caulk around just the line of it so that no water went into the cabinet itself. I noticed that the shower needed some extra caulk. I noticed that, like, the blinds, they didn't fully get mounted in, and so they kind of broke, and so they started to fall down, and just little things like that they're just going to happen because it's a trailer, because it's built the way it's built. And so if you go into it and you know that, I need to bring these things like caulk or maybe a drill or, who knows what, then you're going to be ready.
So the things that we do like.
Oh my gosh, so many. Okay, I love the oven. I love the convection oven. Took a while to figure out. You have to adjust it for, the fact that it's degrees and then it's really, really small. But I've already baked in it, made my son's birthday cake, made some banana bread. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. I also really love the storage space. Oh my goodness, so much storage. And I didn't even notice that with the online shopping of the whole trailer. The storage in the countertop, under the bed, under the dinette, in the other room. There's so much storage. The one thing I really wish is a little bit more closet space for hanging clothes, but that's okay. I also really, really love the Murphy bed, and I love the fridge. Oh, we can shop at Costco and store it in this fridge. It is the best.
And the fridge is low power, so it pulls very little. The trailer comes equipped with a solar panel, so you can pretty much operate the refrigerator on a daily basis. Even if you're not plugged into shore power, and it doesn't require outside venting.
I mean, it worked so well that I actually had to turn it down so that it wasn't as cold because it started freezing the eggs. So I think that's pretty good. I love the layout of the floor plan in this place. Being able to walk through the bathroom, having 2 doors that separates us from the kids when they're sleeping in the garage space is absolutely fantastic. I also love the number of USB outlets. We definitely take advantage of those.
I think there are 8 in the trailer.
Oh man, yeah, it's great. And then the final thing is the fireplace. Definitely love that. It is absolutely amazing.
So when you're plugged into shore power, you have electricity at your disposal, whereas your propane you're still paying for and it's limited. So when you're at the RV park, your electric fireplace is going to be should be your main source of heat. You can use the furnace and everything, but then you're going through more propane. So we just leave the water heater on, and then we're able to utilize the fireplace and then run the fan of the air conditioning unit in order to vent it into the garage space. So another thing that we really enjoy, and the reason that we purchased this trailer, was because of the rear garage. So it's an 11-foot 3-inch garage, which isn't quite deep enough for 4 adult quads as is, but we can fit 4 quads, being 2 adult, 2 kid for the time being. And so we can fit those in there. with all the bunks folded up. And then it has the 2 fold-down twin bunks as opposed to the generally Happy Jack system, which lowers the queen-size bed from the roof, which is hard to walk underneath anyway. So we have the 2 flip-down twin bunks, and that the kids can have separate beds. We can fold up the lower section out of the way so that the kids can play and have a little bit of extra room. We have bikes back there and things. So we do definitely utilize it as a garage space, but being able to have their separate beds is fantastic.
The storage tubs that it comes with in that garage space are also amazing because we're able to put kids' clothes and extra shoes and all these other things when we're not filling it up with gear. The one thing that I really wish that the bunks came with was ladders, and that was something that we had to add in custom ourselves.
So we ended up going to IKEA and we bought these bamboo ladders that were actually designed to be like succulent racks that you would mount in your home. And so they're ladders that are set up, and then they came with tubs to like put the succulents in. But we ended up attaching those using zip ties and mounting those to the beds, and it worked really well because they're lightweight, they're small, they're out of the way. And so we did that. But I wanted to also say, one of the reasons we went with the Entra model toy hauler instead of the more extravagant one is because they all break. They all break.
They do.
And if you buy a trailer expecting that it's going to be flawless, it's going to be as durable as your house, you're in for major defeat and you're going to be very frustrated. However, an entry model toy hauler is going to break just the same, but it's going to have a little bit of less like lavish things. So you're going to have things that are a little bit easier to fix and repair. You're going to have generally a lower roof height, which is what we wanted. So for traveling, it's not quite as much of a wind sail. It's a little bit lighter weight, and it ends up just working a little bit better for our family. So it might not work better for you. You may actually need the extra height because you need the rear bed and the bed that it goes all the way up to the ceiling. Some of the fifth wheels have like lofts in them and stuff. But this Salem FSX worked really well and seems to be perfect for our family. So the trailer width bathroom that's the pass-through works really well. Having the kids in their own bedroom, having their own space back there, having our own space. We've really enjoyed it. To this extent, we may have to do videos in the future as if you've got questions. So feel free to ask those if you're curious about how different things work and how we are liking things along the way. But so far, it's worked pretty well.
Oh, I love it. I definitely love it.
So those are our thoughts on the 2022 Salem FSX 280 RT by Forest River. So if you have questions, let us know. We'd love to answer them and help provide maybe some even direction for your RV buying decisions. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe to follow along on the Oaks Family Adventures. See you in the next one.
I'm gonna give my trailer a hug and a kiss. Right?
You are.
So I have a book and it's called Elma Pretending to Be the Monster Taking Her Bike. And I have a coloring pad.